What's up, world? It's your boy Phil. All right, so I've had enough. I've had enough of watching liberal media not tell the fucking truth. You cannot tell the truth because the truth is what's going to damage your party. But it will actually help if you just said, you know what? Maybe we did focus on race too much. Maybe we did focus on abortion too much. Maybe people do have computers and internet access so they could find out things that we're saying and doing and make their own determinations from that. Maybe people are seeing that and they're also noticing that we're extremely emotional when it comes to race. And maybe people probably were turned off by that. Well, if they were saying that, then they probably could repair their party. But unfortunately, we got people that get on, TikTok, Facebook, media. They out here saying something totally different, and that's not what happened. I am a black man in America, in Florida, and I voted for Trump. I don't care who hates it. I don't care who likes it. I voted for Trump for my reasons. My reasons, not nobody else's reasons, not because of, oh, it's a woman. Like, y'all don't understand. People voted for Trump and he's going to most likely have Tulsi Gabbard on his cabinet. So what are you saying? See, the problem that you're having is you keep lying to the people saying that Kamala Harris ran a flawless campaign from day one. Well, as far as I remember, if you look at some of my videos, Kamala Harris didn't even have her economic plan out in full force in the beginning. So when this happened, this made everybody speculate and be like, well, damn, I mean, if you want to blame a white man out there, blame Kevin O'Leary, the businessman, because the businessman, he actually knew what was going on. And then that made everybody say, you know what, all of this does make sense. She's claiming she's going to ignore the Federal Reserve while not having an economic policy on her website right away. So when she started coming out with her policies, everybody was like, well, I don't see how not only this stops inflation, but I only see if you're going to be telling like Stephanie Rule asked her, how are you going to make sure that we find a way to afford taxing corporations? And then Kamala's answer was, we just got to do it. And then Stephanie Rule made that smirk like she knew what time it was. So for some of y'all out there that's keep talking about, oh, it must have been a bunch of white men that voted and white women, they voted in droves. How do you explain this to the Hispanics? How do you explain the black men? How do you explain that? So you're obviously saying that, oh, it's all misogyny, it's all racism. No, you simply refuse to debate your policies. You simply could not hammer home why ignoring the Federal Reserve made sense to people in America that have stocks that are being, illegally shorted with Federal Reserve money. People want to know what you're going to do about that. And guess what? You had, I don't know how many months, and you didn't do that. You literally told everybody, I'm going to respect and ignore the Federal Reserve. Why would you do that? And you see them printing excessively every single day. It makes no sense. Economically, that makes no sense. Why wouldn't you pressure the Federal Reserve? Matter of fact, let's look at Trump years. Oh, yeah, Trump literally pressured the Federal Reserve. Yeah, he sounds like he has an economic plan that he could actually afford. That makes sense to not only the economists, but also black men that's looking at all of the elements. And then you want to sit here and just keep pounding home. Race. That's the reason. No, that's not the reason. That's one of the main reasons why we turned you off, because you kept name calling. You kept not debating policy. You kept bringing up race. You kept bringing up this demographic, that demographic. When we tell you about the border and we see all these migrants coming in, getting money, big money, and then when Americans really need it, okay, you failed. You fucking failed, Democrats. Your party failed. You didn't say, hey, Jerome Powell, go and print like excess amount of money. And Jerome Powell told you, man, all my money went to the banks. So what are you telling people? You telling people to vote 4 more years of uncertainty, real, actual uncertainty. That's what you're telling people. So you're sitting here saying, oh yeah, it was about race. I refuse. I mean, Eddie Glad. Oh yeah, I refuse to think it's about economics. It's not about economics. She had this and that ready, but she told everybody she's ignoring the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is causing inflation. They brought their inflation down because, holy shit, like, it's almost time for Trump to get in office. Yeah, and you're seeing a lot of evidence of that. So when it comes down to the adults understood that economically they're not going to benefit under your administration. It is just that simple. It is just that simple. You can bring up all the other, issues, transgender to abortion, which you can't even really do. Trump said things like, hey, I'm going to leave it up to the states. And the other problem that y'all Democrats had was your fucking journalists. Your journalists refused to accept certain answers from the candidates. Meanwhile, your candidate is getting softball questions, answering the same questions in the same way, same sentences. People are literally memorizing Kamala's answers, and they know what she's going to say. But no, you want to say, oh, it's because of racism, sexism. You had Obama coming out, hey, you brothers don't like the idea of a sister running for office. Or maybe you need to ask some of these brothers, hey, brother, what is on your mind? What is your issue? What is going on? Tell me so I can actually know how to, tell my party how to fix it. No, y'all didn't do that. Y'all didn't ask brothers. Y'all blamed brothers. Just like the Democrats are going to blame Trump when he fixes the economy the correct way. When these banks fail, you're going to blame Trump and say, see, guys, Trump bad. We told y'all, blah, blah, blah. We don't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what's going on. Meanwhile, everybody else for 4 years, we watched Democrats like Maxine Waters blowing kisses to Sam Bankman-Fried. He's paying these people. They look the other way. They ask, hey, are you going to pay that money back? She go, hey, well, it's up to them. I don't know if they're going to, they need to figure that shit out. So this whole time, you sitting there gaslighting everybody. Look over here. Look at racism. Look at this. While Nancy Pelosi sitting there just collecting dough and getting all the money out the stock market. Y'all forget that we're black citizens. We have access to the stock market. We have access to internet. We have access to the same information you have. We have access to federal charts. We have access to all of these things. What we looked at when we saw Trump was a result of his presidency. Yeah, it made you feel like shit, but y'all lied about Russia for 4 years. Y'all lied. So a lot of Democrats, they left the party because they like, damn, Trump looks like a leader. He sat there and took Biden out. He was like, look, even he don't know what he's saying. That shit made everybody laugh. They're like, well, damn, he is right. You know what I mean? Like, you can't argue with him with that. This man sat there and took bullets at the head. And then he stood up and said, fight, 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 with blood coming down his face. He looked like a fucking leader. He looked like somebody that I could send out somewhere and can handle motherfucking business and protecting America. Meanwhile, I look at y'all sitting there being paymasters. Y'all paying this country, paying that country, paying this country, paying that country, paying migrants. And then when Americans got a natural disaster, oh, well, y'all got to qualify because I don't know. Do you have internet? Oh, you don't have internet? Well, shit, you might want to try a mobile hotspot. Oh, you don't have your phone not charged hard enough? Oh, I don't know. Oh, well, look, it looks like you don't have a house. So it might be, you can't take care of your kids. So we're going to go ahead and try to take your kids too while you're at it. Oh, yeah, that's because, your hotel, it ran out because we only sent you $750. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, that hotel from FEMA, yeah, it only lasts a week. So, what do you expect me to do? I mean, we gave all our money to migrants. Why do you think people voted for Trump? Why? Why do you think everybody voted for Trump? People was pretending to be Harris supporters online because they were fear of y'all. You motherfuckers that don't listen. You don't listen to the people. You sat there and harassed people. You unfriended them. You blocked them. You didn't want to hear them out. You chastised them. You talked shit about these people. And now you got the audacity to claim that racism is the reason why everybody voted for Trump. Are you fucking kidding me? Meanwhile, you ignored Americans for 4 years that was telling you about the banks, hedge funds, short sellers, and we saw that you, Kamala Harris, was going to ignore their piggy bank. You were going to allow short sellers to destroy the country in the next 4 years. That's what we were watching you do. So for all my sisters out there that don't want to listen to a brother, you better listen to this one. You wouldn't be able to afford not a damn thing had a Kamala Harris been in office. Not only that, everything would have went up. Bills, everything. The value of the dollar is going down. Okay? It's going down. Gold is going up. You ain't got not one investment in gold. If Kamala Harris truly cared about this community, if the left cared about this community, they would be telling everybody, hey, since the dollar is going down, we having to print to the banks. Why don't y'all just let me send you a package to have gold just in case. That would have been a dope fucking concept to have, because we're watching all this money go away. So we're admitting that's what's going on. No, you're not admitting anything. You got everybody on CNN, MSNBC yelling, screaming, it's because of race, it's because they don't like women, it's because of transgender, blah, 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 blah. Whole time, like, y'all making Americans broke. You're making Americans broke, and then you can't even help your own citizens when in need. In need, not wants, need. So they went towards the next leader who they saw could handle business, who brought peace. Only thing y'all let us know is vote for Trump and turn the media off. Go get money. That's what you taught us in these last 4 years. So just remember, the debate been over. When Kamala Harris said, I'm going to ignore the Federal Reserve, I'm going to ignore that while the money printer's going like crazy over there. And everything is going up because you don't have enough to pay farmers. So farmers are getting double charged from the from the corporations. Farmers are charging double to the corporation, I'm sorry. And then that makes the corporations charge us double, triple. That's your cause of inflation, the Federal Reserve not having no access funds to cover farmers. Not because of broken supply chain. It's the corporate price gouging. Yeah, y'all did everything to make people look the other way. In reality, the people saw your receipts. They saw your receipts. Just remember that. Just remember that. America stuck together for the first time in a long time. And it just so happened to be with Trump. He's going to do what he needs to do. And some of you are going to say, but he's running from the law. Really? Well, why didn't y'all get him when he was outside? Why y'all didn't get him when he was outside? Y'all could have. Why is the Border Patrol protecting him? Why do they like him? Kamala had 3-4 years to do everything she wanted to do, and she didn't do it. That should make you question. But anyways, that's my rant. You're gonna, like I said, we see the crybabyiness, we see the excuses that these Democrats are making. We see everything, and I'm looking at this and I'm just like, everybody wanted a better economy, everybody as a whole. Forget about whatever. We could debate demographics another time. How about economy first? Who's going to be better suited to fix the economy? Who actually, will make better sense? Where could I benefit from? See, what your programs showed us, Democrats, is that we might have to qualify for your programs. I mean, if you're a migrant, you definitely qualify, it looks like. But if you're a citizen, what do you get? You're telling us we don't get shit. So that's what's really going on. And meanwhile, with Trump, we like no tax on tips, no tax on overtime. Shit, I could benefit from that. No tax on Social Security. Wow, I can benefit from that. Wow, that's great. And you're gonna do a federal audit. So that means when the money gets printed, you're gonna check to see where it lands. Wow. And you got Ron Paul. Wow. I think I like this leader better than this follower. So, and again, take notes, Democrats. Ain't no amount of celebrities that you can get could convince grown-ups that got bills, that deal with shit. None of that shit worked. We looked deep, we saw deep, and it didn't work. So try again maybe next time.